No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
Hey everybody, Jokesbait here with another video, this time getting back to the reviews. I just recently, Thursday, I posted a Marvel haul video, and I asked you guys if you wanted me to review any of the items that you saw in the video, and I got some positive feedback, and pretty much you guys want me to review everything you saw in that video, and those three items being Marvel Select Avengers movie Hulk, the Marvel Masterworks Galactus, and the Marvel Select Thanos figure. So pretty much this is going to be the first of those three. This is going to be the Marvel Select Avengers movie Hulk, since he was the most popular one, the highest demanded review out of the three. So we're going to review him, but it's going to be a little bit. This review is going to be a little bit different from my previous reviews. It's going to be a little bit different in how I do it. I'm not going to say, like, grab the figure and then show him like that. Like me behind it, I'm going to kind of experiment and do a where I'm behind the camera and you just see the figure. I want to just kind of try that method, and pretty much I'm leaving it up to you guys which method you like better. If I'm here doing the review while you see me messing with the figure, or if you prefer for me to be behind the camera showing you the figure. And I think it might give you guys a better look at the figure itself if I'm just behind the camera. I don't have to worry about the, how would you say it, the camera focusing on me and making the figure blurry or something like that. So anyway, enough of my blabbering. Let's get on to see how cool the Hulk actually is. So here we are with the giant green rage monster himself. Yeah. The Marvel Select Avengers movie Hulk. Really, really cool looking figure. I think, first off the bat, you can tell that the sculpt work and the paint work is absolutely fantastic. Diamond Select did a great job when they were sculpting and painting this guy. Dead on accuracy to the Avengers movie, how the Hulk looked in that. You can definitely see Mark Ruffalo in the head sculpt, similar to in the movie. You could see the actor's likeness in the Hulk 3D model. So really, really outstanding job by Diamond Select. And overall, the figure is a great figure. It does have its flaws, though, which I'll just go ahead and point out. First off, the most noticeable problem with this figure is the hip joints. The hip joints, they're on these weird this weird ratchet system where you pull it out and it kind of ratchets outward, which that's really good because it allows you to keep the Hulk in some dynamic positions. However, this hip is really kind of loose, a lot looser than I would like for it to be. I don't really know if you can just see when I shake it, the leg is shaking. I really do not like to see that on a figure. I think that's pretty not good in my opinion. Also, on this hip, it seems to be a little bit too easy to move it backwards and forwards. So far, it's been able to hold positions when I have it on display, but I'm just afraid, it might give out one of these days and do a shelf dive and break something, and that would be very bad. So yeah, those hip joints, I'm not so sure about them. They do look good, less noticeable than what a ball joint would be. So they do look nice. If you're familiar with the DC Universe Classics line by Mattel, then you'll be familiar with this joint. It's called a T-joint. Pretty much where you have this one joint that allows the leg to go outward, and then you have this joint up here that allows it to go backwards and forwards. So still really nice joint, and allows you to get Hulk in lots of dynamic poses. Another really cool thing about this figure is it is highly posable for a Marvel Select. Marvel Selects, for those of you who don't know, are more of the collector's line of Marvel toys than for actual play. They're in the 7-inch scale, so they don't, most of the time they don't work with Marvel Legends. There are exceptions, including this guy right here. And they're more known for their sculpt and their paint work than they are for their articulation and play value. However, again, there are always exceptions to the rules, and this guy is definitely one of them. He does have a decent amount of articulation for a Marvel Select, and I think that he does work really nice with a Marvel Legends collection. So, yeah, get on to the articulation. His head is, you can look up and down and side to side. He can't look up that much because of his neck muscles, you can tell. He's, kind of got the whole bodybuilder thing. His muscles have muscles, so that kind of restricts his movement. But he can look down, and especially with these hips, you can get him looking down at someone, say like Captain America or Iron Man. His arms are on this kind of I think it's swivel hinge. You get a decent range of motion, not an incredible range of motion. See what I did there? Incredible Hulk? No, okay. That was actually unintentional. But anyway, you can get a decent range of motion. You can spin it 360, but outward, about a 180, I'd say. That's about as far outward as it can go. Moving this back, he has I believe it's a bicep swivel, a single jointed elbow, so you can get a good 90 degrees, so you can get him to, this is the pose I like to display him in, is kind of this angry pose, like, Arr! But, anyway, moving on, and his wrists are on a swivel, so you can pose his fists however you want to. It would have been nice if one of his hands may have been like a grasping hand. I know that there are there's lots of Hulk figures that have been made, especially in the Marvel Legends and in Marvel Select range, and some of them have kind of grasping hands. That would have been really cool, just to open up some display possibilities, but I'm not that particularly upset with it by any means. So moving on to wrist articulation, he has this kind of chest joint, diaphragm joint. You can pretty much, it's just good for swiveling around. You can't really get any up or down movement out of it, but again, the hips, you don't really need to. Moving down, no waist joint, but again, you have diaphragm, so it's not that terrible. I already talked about the hip joints and my problems with it and the articulation of it, the T-joint. He has a single jointed knee, which you can get, I'm not quite 90 degrees, but you can get him in some really cool charging poses. In fact, just the other day, when I first got him, I was messing around with him. I was able to get him into a cool, charging pose. There we go. Oop, let's see. Move it back so you guys know I'm not holding on to it. So yeah, wow. I mean, that's just an example of really great balance in a figure. I don't even really know how I'm able to do this, and just show you I'm not holding on to his foot or anything. But yeah, wow, that is absolutely phenomenal. Really awesome that you can do that. Definitely opens up some display options if you want to have Hulk charging at somebody. Let me get him back into a standing pose. Let's see. There we go. So, move his emerald down. And finally, the ankle articulation. Another really rare thing for Marvel Select to have is he actually has ankle pivot, so you can get him in a leg spread kind of stance, like so. If I can move the camera down, you can see. So yeah, that's a rare bit of articulation for Marvel Selects. I'm not a big Marvel Select collector by any means. I only get the occasional figure. In fact, you can see in the background over there, that's Marvel Select Deadpool. That's one of the few that I own. Primarily because my Marvel collection is a Marvel Legends collection, so these don't really work with scale. However, you can get away with it with the big characters, like the Hulk, for instance, and Thanos that I just got in the Marvel Haul video. So yeah, I think that Hulk does work exceptionally well with the Marvel Legends. Not incredibly movie accurate in terms of height-wise. In the movie, he was about only a foot or two, or maybe just, I think, a foot. So taller than Captain America. So he would have been right here. However, personal preference, I just really like my Hulks to be huge. I want a very imposing character. If I have it on display, I want this is to see somebody that is really definitely a lot larger and stronger than everybody else that stands in his way. So I really like the idea of Hulk being like, several feet taller than a normal human being. So this is perfect for me. Yeah, the articulation is really nice for Marvel Select. So I think that not as good as a Marvel Legends, for instance, but still really nice. You can get them in some really cool display options. Again, just to bring in some size comparisons, here are some Marvel Legends. There's the X-Force Wolverine and the Ultimate Captain America, both of which are in this new latest wave of Marvel Legends. For more comparisons, here is a NECA Predator figure. It just to give you an idea. So pretty much he's taller than the competition here, unless I bring in a Galactus. But anyway, no, I'm not gonna try and fit Galactus on screen. That'd be crazy. Even though I do have to review this guy in the next coming days. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my review of the Marvel Select Avengers movie, Incredible Hulk. Let me bring in Thor real quick. Might as well have some more Avengers here. Again, really a great looking figure, great addition to any Marvel collection. I think they work exceptionally well with the Marvel Legends figure scale, or with Marvel Select, obviously. 3 3/4 inch, definitely not. That's just way too big. I mean, wow, that would just be very out of scale. So yeah, this won't work with the Marvel Universe collection by any means, but Marvel Legends, I definitely think that you can get away with it. Just looks really awesome in an Avengers display, whether it's movies or comics. Any scene you want to recreate from the movie really works well. So yeah, highly recommend it. I got this guy for $25 off Amazon.com, free shipping, so why not? Really great price. A lot cheaper than the Walmart exclusive Avengers movie Hulk, which now goes for like $40 online, and most people agree is a tad bit short than what he should be. So yeah, highly recommend this figure. And be sure to tell me in the comment section below if you like this new camera angle reviewing style. I think that it turned out well, but again, I'm being as democratic as possible and letting you guys decide. Do you like this style of reviewing better, where I'm behind the camera, or do you like to see me in front of the camera reviewing the figure? So yeah, be sure to tell me in the comment section below which style you prefer. And there we go, a nice shot of a bunch of Marvel characters and Predator with the Hulk. So yeah, again, highly recommend this figure. Definitely a worthy collection, definitely a worthy addition to your collection, especially if you're a fan of the Avengers movie. So thank you guys for watching as always. This is JokeFett, signing out. Bye.